And just like that, it feels like we were just here.
It does.
Man, the weeks will fly by, don't they, Jeremy?
Their fall is just fast.
No doubt. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Rad RC show. Saturday Night Live. We continue to grind through the lives, Jeremy. One of these days, we're going to get to a recorded show. But the bloopers, we miss out on the bloopers. that's it's authentic. We keep it real. My name is Mike. As always, Sergeant Major in the house at Ease RC during the week. Jeremy, real fast, we ended on not a somber note last week, but we ended on a real moment. We ended on a real moment as we discussed scenarios of what could have happened with me. And the simplest of answers for an update on that, Jeremy, was a typical colonoscopy. We're dealing about 15, 20 minutes on average, 2 hours, 45 minutes later. I got woken up from the best nap ever with a pass, collect $200 and pass go. Listen, controlled now with diet and exercise. Probably the two last things I want to hear, but we'll take the warning shot across the bow and use it as a wake-up call. But I woke up with a clean, clear colon and a bill of health. So I can't be any more hysteric, happy. Best case scenario for everyone. My wife, family, everyone exhaled. I can't say it enough. Great news.
Great news. Great news. Phenomenal.
Phenomenal. So, where did that leave us? I think you said it best. It leaves us at the yearly peekaboo. It's just going to be that simple. Little yearly. Remember, everyone, get the colonoscopy. It is that important, especially when you get as old as us. It gets more and more valuable. It comes down to early detection. So, wanted to get that off my chest and just tell everyone that's been asking and sending all their kind words of support. Thank you. We are good. We are moving forward.
Yeah, man.
Good. Do you have... where were you today? Anywhere exciting?
Me today? I was pretty much at home.
Wow. Okay.
I was
aside, home projects. Oh, you need a day like that.
Working on the I don't know what to call it. The pink lady. I don't know. It's all pink theme. H10 optic.
I love
all kinds of goodies on there. It's UV reactive printed body panels. So black lights and ambient light at night, it'll kind of glow, but it's not glow in the dark. It's UV reactive. So
interesting. Okay. Yeah. That reminds me. I know you don't like this one as much, but I don't care. I'm doing it because it's pink. Yeah. I'm doing it because it's pink.
Yeah. And this build that's sitting on its handstands. They're the thing hands. That truck is going to be raffled off at Halloween Haul and Crawl at Cherokee Rock Village with the Georgia Rock Zombies. It'll be raffled off, and the proceeds are going to Cancer Recovery Fund.
No kidding. Do you want to show it off for a minute? I'm going to, while you do, you show that off, and I'm going to fire over something to our guests in the green room so we can start sharing this around. Let me do that while you're talking.
So it's an optic. heavily modified. So this has a VFD twin in it. There's 2 reefs.
Oh, that's sexy.
Back there.
Yep.
Big and one for overdrive. The panel set is Night Customs for the optic, printed in that UV filament. The wheels are the limited edition trio wheels that just came out in pink, 1 of 10 sets. So there's that. And we got a Knight's custom solo driver interior that's in there. And I did the sunglasses thing because I don't do eyeballs anymore.
I'm on that kick right now.
Probably one of the biggest things is the limited edition Reefs pink servos. So there's 2 of them in this kit, and it will come with another set of panels, stock panels that are wrapped with the Sig Sauer livery. Yeah, so tickets are only available on site at Cherokee Rock Village during the event. There's only 100 tickets being sold, but that's it. And it comes with the stand, the hand stand. So, 3D printed hands that go together and hold the car up. So, you see that, Mike?
Oh, sick. Where did you find that at? That is so random.
Yeah, these were on Bamboo's Maker World.
They're
called Wednesday hands, but it's Thing. So these are printed in flesh. Can't really see it, kind of whited out a little bit on my side, but they're printed in flesh. So they're pretty close to hand color.
Yep.
So
I love it.
Yeah.
But no, wait, is that you finding another purpose for them? Because I can't believe.
Yeah, they're just like a Halloween decoration, and they work perfectly as a car stand when you put 2 of them back to back. So it fits the theme of the Halloween haul and crawl quite nicely.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Well,
my scale drivers for that event in my scale trucks.
Yep.
I got permission because it says scale Halloween driver.
Yeah.
So I printed out little things.
Oh.
And they're just going to be on my steering wheels.
Perfect.
So there's my scale driver's thing.
I love it.
Yeah.
Invisible him.
And I printed out like 24 of these. So I've been giving my wife a hand throughout the week.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So I figured out how to add sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
I welded them right to the print. So I painted the eyes blue. They are blue eyes underneath the sunglasses, in case anyone's wondering. It took me forever, but you just have to use your imagination. But yeah, literally, it was so much easier just to weld them right into the head.
I did his glasses out of scrap Lexan.
I tried it. You were in my head. I got the piece of plastic. My vision was those what do they call them? The old Viper. Yes, I was gonna go Viper, Pip Viper style. Yeah. All right. Well, here's the deal.
I got display stands done too.
Nice. Oh, bingo.
So this is the CJ7 interior that's coming soon.
With a passenger. So this is different. So I'm holding off. Okay.
Yeah.
Is the passenger animated also then?
Yes. Yep.
Perfect. Okay. That's the way to do it. And that looks like a very
single CJ.
The single CJ. Bro, I am like so tired. I'm on my 3rd CJ driver. third or fourth. I went through it with my optic too. As he comes out with his renderings and updates, it's like I just got that one painted so nicely, and then.
And I posted up today in the Boom Racing forum the CJ7 driver, the animated driver, fits 100% perfectly in the Boom Racing BRX trucks. The 88, the 109, perfect fit in that interior.
No kidding.
Yep. So there's just a small gap between his back and the seat, but if you have an upholstered seat, it disappears. But he fits in his arms up on the door, one on the steering wheel or the shifter, and one on the steering wheel. Like it works out perfectly. So
I love it.
Adapt some of these driver figures to other vehicles
is always the ticket. Yeah, finding out. I've slid them in the Power Wagon. You find different places. And you might have to tweak the scale a little bit, but fidget.
No tweaks whatsoever.
No tweaks. Okay.
His feet are on the pedals. You can still see his Nikes. It's perfect.
I love it.
Yep.
The Nikes. Don't say that out loud. We're going to get copyrighted infringement. Yeah. Schnikes.
Yeah, get his Schnikes in there.
The Mikeys.
The Mikeys. Mikey Schnikes.
All right, we're here. We came back this week, Jeremy, to talk about the Ozark. We teased it last week. We want to know all about this RC Adventure Park, the Disneyland of RC. Jay and his friend Steve are here to talk about the Ozark. So if you got it on the radar, we are going to take the deep dive and learn all about what they are doing out there. It sounds like it's going to be worth our time to get educated on what's happening.
Before you bring them in, remind me at the end of the show that I have a special news release.
Perfect. Can you tease us? Is it a Power Hobby thing? Is it a castle? Is it a brand thing? Or
it's a Reefs thing.
Reefs thing. Okay. So stay tuned till the end. Anyone that is here already, I'm going to remind you all. Comment where you are from. It is always great to see where you're watching from. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, like and comment. That's what helps us out. And don't be afraid to share it while we're live. Let your friends know where we are and what we're doing on a Saturday night. We are going to make room for our friends from the Ozarks. So let's try and be a little professional here for them. So we're going to remove our overlay so that won't screw us up. And we're going to bring them in.
Shot again. Come on, buddy. You can do it.
We can do it. We're going to get... All right. Let's do an intro. And when we get back from the Rad RC intro, they will be...
I am not the intro. Mike just zapped himself right off the screen. Mike, where have you gone? Yeah. There he is.
I did it. It's my fat fingers again. That's like the third time tonight I did it. I gotta stop being so cocky.
It's the other button.
All right.
That one.
That's why. If it wasn't for a live, if it wasn't, it makes it fun. Okay, nice and slow. USA.
Breathe
USA.
Click the button.
Ground control, we're loaded and ready to taxi.
Flight 209, you are cleared to take off.
So close.
Eventually I'm going to use a 2-screen system. Eventually I'll be professional enough. But you guys are just going to have to suffer through us amateurs over here. The amateur hour that it is. But that's what makes it fun. Authentic. We're just a couple of guys hanging out that want to know more about what you are doing. Fellas, Jay and Steve. Jay from the Ozark and Steve from Hot Rod Willys. Did I get it right?
Yep.
Hot Rod Willys.
I've got a YouTube channel and a company, Radioactive RC, and Radioactive RC Ranch is the YouTube channel. And I put on the largest RC event west of the Mississippi, Rock the Ozarks RC Summit. This is our second year, and this is really our breakout year. We've got an incredible amount of excitement building. We have people coming coast to coast. We've got a huge lineup of household name vendors. You guys were mentioning Reefs. Reefs will be here, guys, in person, and the whole crew will be here. They will be doing new releases. They're going to be bringing their latest products, and we're really excited about that. Huge lineup: FMS, Operation 11 Charlie, Dino RC, Joe Ropes, Hard Park Crawlers, TI Pro Customs, Nomad Creations, Crawler Cast. The list just goes on and on. We've really are going out of our way this year to make it very special and an event that everyone will never forget.
Very cool. That's a big list of heavy hitters.
Yes, and part of it, we didn't just get these guys to come. I've been building up relationships with all of the vendors, including most of the vendors that you and I use on our products every day. I've been going to Beat the Creek, Axial Fest, all the big ones, the Gauntlet, anything that RC Crawlapalooza. If it's RC and it's got an event going on, Radioactive RC will be there. And we built up relationships over the last 5 years with all of these major vendors. And it was time. We're ready for our breakout year. We've really just gone over the top. We even put in full RV hookups with water, sewer, and electric. So if you guys have ever been to Beat the Creek and had a very primitive experience, which is amazing, they have a great showing out there, and really are our inspiration for what we're doing down here. But we are nipping at their heels at being the biggest RC event in the country, and it won't take us but a few years. We've got a lot of motivation, a lot of good people that are behind it, and we're doing some really cool things with the event as well as the channel. We just started what could be the largest RC pulling club in the country, the American RC Tractor Pullers League, and that is a Facebook page that is up right now. I encourage everyone to go check it out. In case you guys are wondering, what the heck is an RC puller? I'm about to show you. You're about to see something that I promise you none of your viewers have ever seen before unless they've seen me in person at one of these events. This is the premier unlimited super modified Blackhawk, and this is a turbine tractor. See if I can get it all the way in here.
You're good.
This is a turbine tractor that is being powered by 16 cells of power. The turbines keep the front end on the ground. They actually run and spool up to about 50,000 RPM. We've got the motor all caged out. This is pretty cool. Car Action Magazine will be doing an article on these tractors in 2025. We're really excited about working with them, and this is what it's all about, is building these custom pullers. And these RCs pull 125 pounds, 30 feet, very, very violently. It is about the craziest thing that you can see in RC. And we're very, very big into it, and we're really trying to grow that part of the hobby. It's really fun. I mean, it's about the most amount of fun that you can have on 2 feet in RC. It is the most exciting 10 seconds in RC motorsports. We're really excited about that. We're going to have anywhere between 1,000 and 2,000 attendees. And a lot of them will be pulling. They're going to be bashing. We've got 2 8-foot basher ramps. We've got several crawl exhibits. If you've ever been to UST and seen the scale houses that they have, the cool stuff that you like to get in pictures, in videos, we're going to have all that set up. We've got a whole crawl exhibit called Scale Town. It's like driving through a residential area with waterfalls, water wheels. We've got the Mossy Creek, which is an off-road course that's not too terribly hard, but it's really cool for those RC four-wheel drives, leaf-sprung RCs and smaller stuff. We have the largest 124 scale crawling exhibit in the country, bar none. There's nothing like it. There's no outdoor crawl in a 124th, 118 scale that's larger. I've been coast to coast. I've seen all the events, and I use that as inspiration as far as what we want at our event and what we don't want. And I get to see and kind of measure up as far as who is doing what and make sure that we get things over the top here and that we're not I don't want to fall behind. I want to be on the cutting edge of everything. We've got all of our crawl area. We call it the crawl garden. It's all moss. If you've ever crawled on with no grass, but just that real rich green, thick moss, the kind of moss that's cool on the bottom of your feet, that is perfect for scale crawling. And it's just outrageous, the kind of pictures and videos that you get. It looks like you're driving on real grass. So we're very about the scale, and it's not just scale crawling, it's bashing. We're going to have off-road drag racing. We have a dirt oval track here. We have a 1/5 scale track with berms and jumps that takes up about 3.5 acres. I mean, we've really gone over the top here, and we're hoping that we've got a 5-acre pond, spring fed, no lilies, no scum, no algae. It's just crystal clear, 3 feet down, so nothing to get in your prop or anything with your boats. We'll have some racing set up. We've got a lit runway here that we can take off right over the pond that everybody's kind of watching, and it makes for some really nice evening flights. You know, just to kind of see the sunset in the background. And it's just, there's so much room here that
All right, time out. We need to pause. You have unpacked so much right out of the gate. You warned us. You told us I can go. And
I can warn you.
Can we just take 2 steps backwards? I need to know what came first, the chicken or the egg. Like, paint a picture of where you are at. Is this, when you call the ranch, when you talk about Radioactive RC Ranch, is this your house?
This is my property, and it's 150 acres it's a cattle ranch. I'm a beef farmer, and out of that 150 acres, we've taken about 40, maybe 45 of those acres and turned it completely into an RC park. It's outrageous. I've never seen its equal. I mean, I've been coast to coast to all the big events.
And where are you? What state are you in?
We're in Romance, Arkansas, which is right smack and dab in the middle. If you go to Little Rock and just go a little bit up, we're right there. It's a perfect location because it's right in the middle of the country. So we get East Coast, West Coast. You don't have everybody going to one side or the other. We're on a mountaintop. Which is a flat mountaintop. We're right at the foothills of the Ozarks. So we just a little bit to our east, we have the Mississippi Delta, and we're just kind of up in the rolling hills of the Ozarks, which makes it perfect because you're up high, which gives you really good weather. A lot of times the rain just parts around. So we have a great weather event. It's really a great place. I mean,
Jay, have you ever looked at Google Maps at your house, like through Google Maps? It sounds like it's big enough to like zoom around these locations.
Yeah.
Did you recently do it? Okay.
Yeah, I actually put out a map for all of the viewers and all the attendees that are going to be there, and it's posted up on the Rock the Ozarks event group. And if anyone's interested in this event, that's the page where the discussion is happening. That's where we talk about what can be, what cannot be. and all the details. Can you bring a dog? Can you not bring a dog? Is there going to be power? All that stuff. Everything can be found on Rock the Ozarks event group. And we also have things on the Arkansas RC enthusiast page, which is our local page that has everything RC, and it kind of brings all parts of the hobby together, because we've got a lot of crawlers, a lot of hardcore rock crawlers here in Arkansas. That's a lot of us attend Crawlapalooza, and if anyone's ever attended that out there, which is the longest running consecutive RC event in the country, it is at the spillway of the Lake of the Cherokees in Disney, Oklahoma. I mean, we love what we do here, but there's so much more to the hobby. As you guys can see behind me, we've got semis, tractors, all parts. I think there's a A10 Warthog up there, even a little dinosaur that I use to kind of prank stuff. We do all parts of the hobby, which sets us apart as an event from a lot of other places, because a lot of other places just concentrate on crawlers or scale, or there's very few events that encompass everything in all parts of the hobby that aren't sponsored by big companies that we know already. Nobody's actually doing that on the scale that we were doing. And believe it or not, I really was kind of against this. I had this park all to myself, and I used it for my YouTube videos. So I was really spoiled. I brought a couple of guys out here, and they said, "Are you telling me you have this all to yourself and you're not sharing this with nobody?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I just use it for content and everything, but it's taken me several years to build." And they're like, "Okay, forget about whatever you were doing. We're going to have to throw an event here, and you're just going to have to bend to opening up your life to all of our hobby enthusiasts." And that's what we did 2 years ago, and we haven't looked back since. Great.
There you nailed it. Second annual is what we're going into here. This is second annual. We'll come back to the YouTube channel, because I've still got hundreds of questions about the YouTube channel, but we do understand YouTube came first. This was your content playground.
The only way I was able to court big names like Reefs RC was as a YouTuber, I took my channel to all these events. And so when they see you year after year showing it up at all the same events, they're like, "Hey, I saw you 2 weeks ago at Axial Fest," or, you end up over the years building up a relationship. And when people see your YouTube channel and the kind of things that you're building, it comes with a certain amount of weight, respect, understanding, and, the commitment of going to all these events, because it is time consuming and expensive. But that's how I built up these relationships. I mean, with all these people personally. I mean, I talk with the CEO of FMS on the weekly. So we're great friends. And I mean, all your pink servos, those are great. They're coming from a great friend of mine and somebody I've known for several years. And that's how you build up these relationships, to get people to take you seriously and what you have going on. It's really about the commitment. And if you guys have seen advertising, I am relentless with my advertising. I'm sure your viewers, even out as far out on the East Coast, have seen what I've put out.
Yeah. You're definitely a ball of energy. You spit out a mouthful. We're two guys that have been doing this a long time. Jeremy and I have been here. I know you're flexing your 5 years. We know. I'm going to delete that comment that somebody wrote about FMS. It's a shitty. They say it's a shitty model and an even shittier RC car. I banned that. I deleted it. Guys, we like to play fair here. Save the negative. But yes,
But something for your viewers to understand is, and a lot of people don't think about when they make a comment like that, is FMS is a growing company. They haven't been around but just a few years. It's not like Traxxas or Horizon Hobby or Arma or anything like that. They really came from humble beginnings, and they're clawing their way to the top, like all the RCs are. And every RC comes out with flaws and like that, but it's they're making huge leaps and bounds in improving their game, and we fully support FMS. They're a great company.
Yeah, no, we go way back with Frank, like years. We share, like Jeremy and I go way back with them, and
Great.
Jeremy was one of the first ones to take the Michigan. No, wait, I'm gonna get this wrong. He leaf sprung his Michigan, or was it leaf sprung the FJ that got that done up?
Both.
But yeah, we both
I did
leaf
both of them.
leaf springing them right out of the gate. But yeah, that's fantastic. I love that you guys are getting the support from these brands. Somebody like FMS, Frank will get out there and Lee with RC Caution. That's what's going to help. Those little steps are all boxes that you need to check year after year to keep going and gaining the momentum to grow each year. I know you touted what was your number? I'm gonna go back here, 1,000 to 2,000. That's a big freaking gap, bro. Like you might as well just say 5 to 10,000. Like, you don't have to shoot for the stars, is what I'm saying. I mean, if you say 1,000 to 1,001, like, banging, that is kick-ass. That one extra person coming is going to spread the word to the next person. Like you said, you've already tapped the market in PA. People are willing to travel to what you were hosting here. That's fantastic.
And I put the link to the event in the comment section.
Thank you.
I've been looking at the page for quite a while, and yes, the map is there. That outlines everything. So the facility, the aerial view map is fantastic for people to get an understanding of how large this area is, and to have that many, to be able to facilitate that much RC,
bingo,
in a space is awesome. Here in Pennsylvania, we have a place called Mushroom Bowl, and it was indoor carpet, it was indoor asphalt. It was outdoor 5th scale asphalt, outdoor dirt 5th scale, a pond. It was a 1.5 foot deep racing and yachting pond, cement bottom, and that place was only on like 7 acres. So to see the amount, your pond is bigger than that facility. So yes. It's like there's a lot to do and a lot to see in a relatively short amount of time. It's only 3 days, right?
Yeah. If any of your viewers have been to Axial Fest Badlands, they'll fully understand the RV park as well as the quarry and all that. You could put the entire Axial Fest on my ranch and have plenty of room outside of it.
Yeah.
This is
so
huge.
You know what, Jay? The one thing that you're getting right, you're stealing that same page from what Beat the Creek had. Beat the Creek had something one up from USTE, and USTE's problem was everything that they did, they rented. When they brought in dirt, sand, it was all literally rented for a couple of days, for a week, and then at the end of that event, they literally had to scoop it up and get rid of it. Beat Creek came along, and he was able to construct bridges and build all this stuff that he didn't have to take down. When you've got that piece, you are literally building a Disneyland for RC. When you're living on this property, guess what? You have control over what stays, and that's half the freaking battle.
You're 100% hitting it on the head. And I've talked with the UST promoters personally, and that was their problem. They were constantly, migrating to different parks and areas that would accept them. And there was so much money in renting those public parks, whatever they may be. And not only that, but you have to invest so much time because you're constructing everything and deconstructing it. And it's so time consuming. So they Beat the Creek. Chris and Joe did one better, just like you said. They have a property that they can continue to build on, and they just like their barn and everything. But here's the catcher, okay? At the Rock the Ozarks, this is a facility, a place that I live. I actually get up every single day. This is my job. I go out and I work the RC park. I make sure that the tracks are ready to go all the time, make sure that there's no weeds out there, make sure no fallen trees. I continuously update and improve this every day. So where Beat the Creek, this is kind of a seasonal thing where they have a piece of property that they have, but they don't actually live on it. I live this every day. This is my RC park that I wake up in every single day. So that's what sets this event apart from all of the others. My barn, I can continuously build it every day. I don't have to go take a trip over there or have a group of guys over there. I work this every single day. So with that kind of dedication, day after day, you end up with a crazy RC park that some of the locals end up finding and calling the Six Flags of RCs. And it is not anything short of the Six Flags of RCs. It's every time I bring somebody out here, I always kind of ask them, I'm like, are we really living up to what we're talking? Are we living up to the hype that we're putting out? And everyone continuously tells me over and over, you've got everything is so exciting here that it really puts this event on a different plateau than anything else in the country, especially the fact that we have all RCs, not just crawlers. We have it all. Tractor pulls. We've got long jump. We've got RC drag racing, dirt oval racing. We've got crawling. We have a 2-ton working gold mine with running water and electricity, Mike. I mean, that's who has that kind of stuff. I mean, people seen that stuff on RC Sparks and all that stuff, but nobody really thinks that anybody has that in their backyard. I do. I have excavators and dump trucks that I go out there and play with. And here's the other thing that makes this so cool. We have giant bus seats that are on in front of every crawler exhibit. And the entire crawl garden is in the shade. It's in a shaded tree canopy with a moss bottom. And so you can sit on a giant, comfortable vinyl bus seat and sit there and enjoy your excavator, move dirt. At the end of the event, we pulled our sluice box, which is a real sluice box, and count and see what what gold we got in there. I've never seen anything like that anywhere.
All right, we got one test for you.
Okay.
Jeremy, you ready for this one? Keep up with me here, Jeremy.
I'll try.
All right. Scale trail. You seem to be working and grooming and maintaining your trails, trying to keep them weed free, and you're trying to shoot YouTube content. Do you groom your trails with a rake that looks like that? Does your rake look like that?
What Mike is asking is, does it look like a dirt road with two tracks? Does the truck generally fit in a single lane dirt road?
Okay, I see where you guys are getting at. Okay,
yeah.
So a lot of people.
What USTE did was they raked their trail with this rake, and it looked like dirt tire trails were driven through these trails for the last 100 years, and talk about super radical scale dope photo.
No, we don't do that, but that's
make a rake. That's since UST doesn't exist, make yourself one of them cool rakes, and
we'll look into that. Really, our claim to fame as far as the driving ability is, I have never seen so much moss in any part of Arkansas. It is really, it's like a freak of nature here. And it didn't start out that way. It was actually all jungle. And I ended up, it was 100% briars and vines. And I went through, this has been almost 10 years in the making just to get this moss cultivated the way it is. As it didn't happen like that naturally. And all our trails are not horse trails. They're not like you're brushing up against poison ivy and single file trying to. Have you guys ever been to a night crawl and stood on your feet more than you've actually driven? That's one of the problems that we had when we went to other events, and we didn't want that here. Our trails are 15 feet wide. You can have several trucks going down, talking to your buddy right next to you, having somebody be able to pass you by and while you work on your truck or something like that, you're not in the weeds.
So you're not doing that single file snake that tends to happen. Okay.
No.
No, I'm digging that. That's an upsell.
If you've had enough poison ivy, that makes for a really poor weekend.
Yeah,
Or
especially when you're camping.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And here's another thing that we're doing that I have never seen, guys. Mike, I have never seen this anywhere. I came up with this idea and I thought, wow, I can't believe anybody hasn't thought of this already. We are, after the night crawl, I have a giant theater screen that we are putting up on the side of the barn, and we are going to have a drive-in movie with the crawlers. And the movie that they're going to be watching is going to be every RC that has ever been on the silver screen in a movie form that the RCs will be watching. How cool is that? How scale is that to be able to do a video around and have a cool movie everyone's watching with the seats? Everyone has their beverage of choice behind, so everyone can enjoy a movie and get some good content at the same time.
When the van is a rockin', don't come a knockin'.
That would be pretty cool. A drive-in for our RC cars to watch RC cars, the famous RC car scenes in movies that'd be a pretty good compilation. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now that's fun. Now you're thinking. So when is and what are we calling the second annual? Is this the return to the Ozark, or what are we? Do we have a name for it, or is it still Rock the Ozark?
It's Rock the Ozarks RC Summit, and we believe it or not, this is actually the third one. We did a test run just to see if people were interested in it, to get people up here, see what they thought of the obstacles and the quality.
Okay.
And once we figured that out, we're like, okay, we're going full steam ahead. We picked the month of the first weekend of November because it doesn't conflict with any other major in the country. So, and
that you know of, there's usually 4 events every weekend, so I don't care what you do. There's something happening every. I mean, right?
A lot of the northern people that are up north, and we have people coming as far north as Minneapolis, Minnesota. In fact, I think Minnesota is our second largest state coming. So what that tells me is those guys up there in November are starting to get cold, and they want to get a little taste of that summer weather. So this weekend, for the last 5 years, from the Farmer's Almanac, it has ranged from 61 degrees to 80 degrees with an average of 70 degrees with no rain.
Minnesota's cold in June, so I don't want to hear it. The right now we have what? Something's happening in somewhere. You got Super Shafty happening right now. You've got Rocktoberfest happening. Point being, any weekend there's 2 or 3 events happening. But you've turned this into this. You remind me of Willy Wonka. Like, you were behind closed doors, behind the gates, doing your thing, and now you're handing out the golden ticket and letting people into your candy factory to get a taste of what you're doing.
Yeah, you'd be missing out if you didn't dress up as Willy Wonka on one of the days.
No. This is my
you.
uniform right here, as you guys can see. Everybody pretty much knows me from this shirt, and if you're ever like on the street or at an event, everybody will like, hey, there he is.
Yeah, we actually met at Beat the Creek, and I saw you again at Badlands this year. So yeah, I came through, checked out some of your stuff. I was in Reef's booth when you were talking to him.
Oh,
excellent. Yeah, you're very familiar. And I told Mike, I was like, dude's high energy. Like,
very much.
You're gonna have to...
Hey, tell the audience what you thought of the mower.
So
how cool was that?
The mowers are cool.
We sold out. I even sold my personal one.
Yeah, I'm actually building a bush hog for a 1/10 scale John Deere. So
let me show you something, guys. All right, this is what I did when I came back from Beat the Creek, Jeremy. Look at this.
Yep.
This is
Holy smokes.
that is
Yeah, that's that big
24 by
6-scale
24.
monster.
It's got a chute kicking out here. Look at this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Almost 2 people to hold it upright.
Yeah.
Look at this is a sharpened blade. This is my patented material that I use to build from, that is stronger than steel but lighter than carbon. And this is the premier material to build from, and it is powered by an SCX6 motor and ESC. You have plenty of space to put mini packs of batteries, so you can actually mow your yard with this one.
Yep.
This is actually a bigger cut than most residential mowers.
Yeah, that's so. Is that just a gimmick for you to prove that you could do it, or are you trying to get these set up to maintain 150 acres? Are you planning on unleashing 6 of these out there to just mow day and night?
Well, it actually, most inventions come out of necessity. And so back in the crawl garden, I can't get a mower back there because I'll end up scraping up some of the moss, or I'll do something. But we have briars that just grow out of the ground. And if you let them go too long, when you pull them up, it takes a big chunk of this moss. So what I decided to do is, I'm like, well, you know what? This is the crawl garden. Why can't I have fun and keep these briars down? So I decided to build a mower, which was the smaller one, and that was a practical use. It was a necessity. I took it back in the crawl garden, and I would cut all the briars down so I didn't have to bend over and do a little snipperoo. I had a machine to do it. That was part of it, and I knew it. I hadn't seen anything quite done like that in a professional manner. This all works from one remote. You don't have a separate remote for it. It works with your crawler remote. So that's what really sets it apart. Is it is completely hobby grade. Yeah, everything. I use these Dumbo RC 6-channel remotes, and they're cheap, they're effective,
They work.
They work.
They do.
Yeah.
They have a great range, but here's what sets this remote apart from a lot of the other ones is you have 2 progressive servo channels up here. Usually your servo is in or out, or you have a neutral position, or you hit a button and it goes one way and comes back. With this, you can progressively move whatever servo. So when I crank up the mower, I can safely get that blade up to speed, and it's not going from 0 to all the way. So there's a lot to be said for these remotes. I'm a big believer in them, and they really help out.
I run my V plow with that. It 6-channel controls everything, left, right, yawn. You got everything you need to do to rock a V plow with all the channels through that remote. You know, a $450 6-scale V plow with a cheap ass remote. Who would have thought? with a $50 remote.
Don't break it. Don't fix it if it's not broken. You know.
Yeah.
No, they work.
In Europe, that Dumbo RC remote is that's the ticket.
It's king. Yeah,
That's a very
it's
popular, dependable radio.
Absolutely. I agree. And if you were to wander around my collection, I would say 90% of them use those Dumbo RC remotes. And I know you can have multiples of them, but I really like it. And that's actually what helps me use my turbines. Without that remote, I would not be able to spool up my turbines and have it be realistic. You can't have it go from 0 to 60.
No.
It has to have a progressive. So,
It's not
all right.
It's not just
I think you teed that back up nicely to this puller. I mean, good Lord. How many of these exist? Are you the only one building this, or how many people are in this
okay,
hauling
that's a
bull
complicated
thing?
question, but let me give you a simple answer. There are people actually out in your area. Most of the big puller builders are in Ohio, Kentucky, Pennsylvania. However, they're not building them like I'm building them. What they do is they put a motor over the rear axle horizontally, and so it operates on a spur gear and turns directly on the axle. The problem of it is, have you ever seen a 1-to-1 tractor puller with a motor stuck all over the rear axle? Of course not. They're always out front. And
You tried to get it scale look. Okay.
So let me show you this. This was the first one that I built. This one right here has got 4 6S motors on it. Look at that. Isn't that nuts? Look at that. Even the drivetrain is all caged, completely caged. There is 24 cells of power running in this. Have you ever seen anything running on 24 cells of power? Because I haven't. What I'm trying to do is build scale pulling tractors. If you were to look at a real tractor, this is how a real modified tractor would be. It would have, 4 to 6 motors out front. And I know you guys were talking about the drivers. These drivers are completely animatronic. Their hands work the throttle. When I come off the throttle, so do they. When they turn the steering wheel, their heads turn. They're completely animatronic. They even have their own leather jacket. I mean,
nice.
We really try to do it up right to scale, and I mean this is the crazy horse, and this is all made on my chassis material, which is what sets this apart from anything else. Is I don't have any restrictions. My imagination is my only stopping point. I can turn where most people have to buy a chassis that's already pre-drilled and you have to bolt on what they say can be bolted on. I don't have those limitations. This is my chassis. This is actually a Notorious chassis right here. Okay. And this is my material. And if you were to ever take an aluminum chassis and try to bend it over your knee, you know exactly what'll happen, right? That chassis is tacoing. This chassis,
Don't hurt yourself.
you couldn't bend to save your life.
Wow.
I have traveled the country with some of the biggest, burliest guys in the business trying to bend this chassis with their hands and ended up hurt. So it's the Premier Basher chassis. This is actually a Notorious chassis that has a rear steer option.
Okay.
I have the world's only 4-wheel steer Notorious. And if you think a Basher's fun, just imagine what it's like on 4-wheel steering. Can you jump in the ramp, and being able to twirl like this and not like this is a big difference.
Yeah.
Listen,
this guy's got a lot of innovation. So,
yeah. I'm impressed. What is it made out of? What is the material there that you're trying to bend?
It's a composite of galvanized steel and different PVC plastics, and it will bend, but it comes right back. So
some people say it's made from claws of Wolverine.
Yep. Bingo.
Everybody that this material is the real deal. I actually drive over it with my F550 with a 2x4 on the side of it, and it completely bends out of proportion. And then as soon as you drive the truck off, it goes right back to the way it was. And I take a ruler and measure the straightness of it. We even take a sledgehammer to the thing. And I mean, I show people what it is capable of. It does have a bending point. It does have a breaking point, as is all material. But it's so much higher than the regular, easy, malleable, soft aluminum chassis that are available on today's market.
Now, are you getting that manufactured somewhere, or are you doing that on your property?
No, it's manufactured at another facility, and it's a material that is used in the industry. I have a application patent on it, so if it's used on anything RC, it goes through me. That would mean drones from the government to your little RC here.
Do you have a Shopify site where you're selling it, or is it word of mouth right now?
It's word of mouth. Really, there is a huge demand for this, as you can probably imagine. I have people as far away as from Australia that are clamoring to get a hold of this chassis. Joe Collins at Exocaged RC was at
Yep.
the Creek, as you know, Jeremy, and he actually did a whole video on just my builds. He said he's never done that before. He was just so interested in what we were doing that he had to show his viewers. And I encourage your viewers to go check out that channel. That way you can see exactly up close and personal what these chassis are capable of as far as the looks and what you can build out. I could pull out all my RCs. It would take all night. But that's a good video if you want to see, some of the interesting builds, and you will never see anything like it anywhere else. I assure you, it's not a waste of time. A lot of people build RCs, but there's nobody, I mean nobody, that's building RCs like this.
Yeah, I'm definitely out of touch when it comes to bashers. I started out on a T-Max and a Revo, grew up, slamming and bashing stuff around when I was younger, but I'm out of touch. I'm impressed. Much respect.
Okay, so everybody's gotten high centered on a crawler, right? Okay, so we're heading to Crawlapalooza, and I have a rule. Every time I attend Crawlapalooza, I have to build something that they add a rule to for next year. So it's kind of like my personal tradition. The last 3 years I've gone, they have made a new rule because of my builds, and they won't allow them to be used the next year. So this is my crawler.
It sounds like MJ. No, I know a guy that's always trying. I know a guy that's always trying to thread the circle rules and blur the lines and find a cheat code.
Right. Okay, so I'm gonna show you. Okay, everybody's gotten high centered before. I have made a crawler that will not get high centered. No matter where you're at, you're always going to be able to crawl off that rock, even if you're teetering right in the middle. So check this out. This right here is a belly crawler, and it is right there in the center. So when you're driving up over that, you can see the wheels right there. It just grabs the hole, and these are rubber wheels, so they have grip on the rock. And so those things just crawl you right over it. It's operated by a servo, and it's got a fan right here. So it's very reliable. It will work on the fly, or you can have it just working constantly if you're in a competition and you don't want to have to fiddle with it. So that's coming up at Crawlapalooza. If anybody's watching, keep it a secret.
All right, so you took all of your scale points and you threw them away, and
They'll need scale points. That's why.
All right. Innovative, bro. I will give you something, man. Yeah, you're doing stuff. It's simple. Like,
I'm perusing.
Okay, let's take this instance. You guys are familiar with the Bomber, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, so what's the number one problem with the Bomber that everyone doesn't like? Nobody likes that big wheel in the background, right?
Well, I haven't heard anybody mention a Bomber in like 6 years. Like,
I love the Bomber. Let me show you something.
Okay. Isn't it discontinued? When didn't they discontinue the Bomber like 5 years ago?
I'm telling you, their Facebook page is a wealth of entertainment. So you definitely need to go over there.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. I put all my shorts on the Facebook so everyone's entertained while learning about the hobby. Okay, so here we have a Bomber, right? This is the problem. Nobody likes this rear wheel because it drags over all the rocks. Gets a rough spot, right?
Yeah.
Check this out. This is operated on a servo right here. Look at this. I actually can lift up my tire while I'm going over rocks. And if you treat it just right, it'll actually torque and dance for you.
Yeah.
And
like a little twerk machine.
It's that's another really cool one. But I mean, it's just little innovations like that.
Yeah.
I wanted to keep my fifth wheel and not have to, because I thought it looked cool with it, but I didn't want to drag it over rocks. So that's not cool. But every time that somebody sees it and they see it, jump over a rock like that without hitting the rear wheel, everyone's like, well, that's something.
All right.
Cool.
Now I've seen my man Jeremy here for the last 20 years doing some crazy ass things, and he's hurt my brain more than one time with some innovative things that he has done. You just like kind of wide over here doing your own thing, bro. Like, good for you.
Thank you.
Steve,
Crazy people do exist.
this guy, how do you keep him tame, bro? Like, what the hell is happening in the Ozarks, man?
I let him do his thing, man. It benefits everybody.
Yep.
Unbelievable. Well, listen, we came up on our 1 hour time slot. We're gonna break things up here because I'm just dumbfounded, speechless right now. We're going to timestamp our show. We're gonna take a break and we're gonna go with a little this and that, and then we can give Jeremy a chance to recap any of the comments or questions coming in and, and digest all of the information that you have thrown at us. But people, if he has not caught your attention about this event, I don't know what else to do, bro. Like,
You guys, if you and your viewers want to learn how to make this, I don't have any secrets. I'm not one of those YouTubers that I show all my work. I show all my viewers exactly how to build this stuff on their own. So I encourage everyone to learn and be creative on their own. And hopefully the channel sparks some sort of ingenuity and they say, oh, well, that can happen. If this guy's building it, I can too. I mean, look at this, guys. Okay, this is a really good example. Okay, you see this right here? This right here is a lighter with a servo on it. So when the servo hits, I've got fire. So I can have it coming out the side of a car or wherever. And it's all operated with a servo. It just takes a little ingenuity and thinking outside the box that I hate. It's a prison to me. So this is where I live. Is I like to build something extraordinary. I want something outside the box that nobody else has. This is my life, and this is how I live my life as far as RC goes. I can't keep anything stock. I have to make it mine. And that's what's so cool about this hobby is there's something for everybody.
I see backfire like on a drift car. Like I see that coming out of the exhaust tip of a drifter or something. Like very cool. Very cool.
I even have drag racers that have line lock, and I can lock up the front tires and do a burnout without having anything holding the car or anything. I do it completely by the remote. Imagine pulling up on the drag line and while some guy's grabbing the rear end of his bandit doing his little burnout, and all I have to do is hit a couple buttons on my remote and do the same thing. They're like, whoa, what is this guy doing here? You know, it's mind blowing what you can do when you just have a little spark of ingenuity and a little motivation.
Yep.
I love it.
I did that with my U4 racer that I had at Axial Fest at Badlands. I put the transmission in backwards with a dig on it so I could lock the front axle, and on the fly I can do a burnout and shift it from the remote from 2-wheel drive to 4-wheel drive from that dig. And it's fun, and people are like, how did you lock the front end up?
You're right.
Like,
it just takes a little ingenuity, a little imagination.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to timestamp it. This is when we get official. Last week we had some good outtakes from this. I don't know if you got to watch any of last week's show. I don't know how we're going to handle this, but Steve, we're going to have you cheer on your buddy there in the corner. We're going to put the spotlight on Jay here. We do not need any explanations. We don't need the long-winded why you've picked your answer. It is rapid fire. It's this and that. Jeremy is the scorekeeper. He's the one maintaining the official side of this game at what keeps it professional. He will maintain the score. I am going to thank Scale Audio Solutions for providing us with our Jeopardy music. Let me turn that down so you can hear the question. So for an example, out of the gate,
Don't answer
Um,
this.
I would say, we'll just, it's not multiple choice, choices A or B, like reefs or shift, and then you give your answer.
Okay.
Wow, he was paying attention. All right, good. We thought we were going to trip you up. Trump or Harris, go. Like, we're not going to get you. You're holding the line. I love it.
The questions get easier from this point.
Call or text?
What was that?
Call or text?
Call.
Do you
I'm old
that's
fashioned.
a first, bro. That
It
is literally a first.
I like the personal contact.
We don't need an explanation. I got you.
Poor old Gen Xer over here.
Ranch or blue cheese?
Ranch.
Bone in or bone out?
Bone out.
Almond Joy or Mounds Bar?
Oh yeah. I guess almond mounds. I don't eat either.
Either. All right. F Sorka or yeah Sorka?
Oh boy, we go by Crawlapalooza rules down here, so I gotta say F Sorka.
Go to a bar or go to church?
Church.
Twix or Snickers?
Snickers.
Rattle can or airbrush?
Rattle can.
Autobot or Decepticon?
Oh, definitely Autobot. The Autobots roll out is one of our terms around here.
Bingo. A rust bucket or bring the bling?
Bring the bling.
Christmas or Halloween?
Christmas.
Pizza or Chinese food?
Chinese. How can a billion people be wrong? I can eat in 5 minutes.
You mirror Chrome or murder it out? All black. Murdered it. All
Murder
right.
it out.
Let's see. Slot machines or blackjack?
Blackjack all day long.
Lexan or hard body?
Hard body.
Medical use or recreational?
How about both?
We'll take it. Air guitar or air drums?
Air guitar.
Wine or beer?
Beer.
Tattoos or piercings?
Absolutely piercings. My wife won't let me get tattoos.
Wow. BMX or skateboard?
BMX all day long, guys. Gen X here.
Supercross or MotoGP?
Supercross.
Full auto or semi-automatic?
That's a tough one. Semi-auto. I think accuracy is a little bit more important.
Conserve the rounds.
My man's thinking.
3 rounds.
Crocs.
At the maximum.
This is your nod to Joe Ropes. Crocs or flip-flops?
Flip-flops all day long. I don't own any Crocs.
Are you a half empty or half full kind of guy?
Full all day long. It's all about perspective.
Speed or torque?
Oh, you're tearing me in 2 different ways. Guys, I used to drive a Dodge Viper, so I really like speed, but now that I'm pulling with these tractors, I gotta love the
It's all about the torque. Yeah. Monster truck or NASCAR?
Monster truck.
A double backflip or a front flip?
Double back.
X Games or Olympics?
X Games.
Vanilla or chocolate?
Chocolate.
Pez or Nerds?
Nerds.
Get up and dance? Nerds. Get up and dance or sit this one out?
Oh, I dance. Life's a dance. I dance and I never miss one. I am always out in the open doing my thing.
Burger or hot dog?
I'm a beef farmer. Burgers all day long.
Nice. I gotta get his number. I need some beef.
Knew that was coming.
Ketchup or mustard?
Is Times 57 a choice? Catch.
Yeah, we'll take it. Jeep or truck?
Truck all day long. I drive
Jack it up or slam it to the ground?
Jack it up. We're in the country out here.
All right. Win the lottery or meet your soulmate?
Soulmate.
Flat rail or C channel?
C channel.
My man Scale, I threw me a curveball there. Hunting or fishing?
Oh my gosh. I would say fishing is probably more pleasurable with my son.
All right. Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
KFC or Taco Bell?
Oh, I guess KFC.
All right. Action movie or comedy?
Comedy.
Cat or dog?
Dog.
Summer or winter?
Summer.
Sunrise or sunset?
I am a sunset kind of guy, but I see them both. I'm up for the sunrise and the sunset.
Facebook or Instagram?
Facebook. I don't have an Instagram.
Oh,
I'm old
okay. We're learning something new here. All right. Samsung or iPhone?
iPhone. I've never owned a Samsung.
Okay.
Always an iPhone.
Mr. Old Fashioned.
TVs.
I wouldn't know what to do with a Samsung, to be honest. I can
Okay.
build these machines, but I'm absolutely tech stupid.
Are you more likely to get a speeding ticket or a parking ticket?
Speeding ticket all day long. Like I said, I used to drive a Dodge Viper, so that was my thing before RC.
Wow. College or NFL?
I guess college in some cases. I don't watch football.
All right.
When they say, is it football season? Is it hunting season? I say, is it time to take on an RC?
There you go, my man. Would you rather meet yourself 10 years in the future or 10 years in the past?
Oh, the future all day long. The stories I would have.
UFO or Bigfoot?
This is scored.
Oh, crap. And he said Coke, too. My bro's losing like crazy.
Yeah.
Licorice. Are you going red or black licorice?
I don't eat licorice, but if I did, it would be red.
All right. Give me a quick high five. What I need to know, one RC car for the rest of your life.
You know, when people ask me what RC car is my favorite, and we're talking like 100 RCs.
One. Yep.
I tell them whatever RC I'm working on at the moment because they're all my babies. And
What's on the bench? Give me one. Slash, what do you got? You going basher or crawler? We'll let you cap it.
Oh my gosh, that's like the hardest question for me. I would say
This is big, bro. We're playing for like $1,000 here.
Cold sweats here, guys. I don't even know what to do. It would be a crawler. Honestly, guys, I have so many that
Okay.
I don't even know what I'd do without them. They're my babies, and I love them all equally, really, truly.
All right.
My favorite one is whichever one is on the bench at the moment.
One movie, over and over for the rest of your life. Favorite movie?
Notorious Bastards.
We'll take it.
Yeah, probably.
One food for the rest of your life.
Chinese, broccoli and beef.
All right, we'll take that. One person, and not Steve next to you, one person, dead or alive, for the rest of your life. On a deserted island, who would it be? Dead or alive?
My wife.
Bingo. There's your romantic card. I hope that's your Hallmark card for tonight, buddy. You were getting lucky.
She's my best friend and my first kiss from 6th grade. We've got 5 kids.
Wow. Good. No kidding.
and 2 grandkids, if you can believe it.
Holy!
I'm a
Well,
grandpa. Kind
he's
of
from Arkansas, I believe it.
You're old.
We're
Um,
originally from Nebraska. We're transplants. We moved down here about 17 years ago. That's why that's why I don't have an accent. I have a Midwest accent. There's nothing there.
Okay.
Locals look at me funny.
Yeah. No,
It explains the cattle ranch thing.
it does.
Yeah.
No, we talk to enough people on the show with some crazy accents. We hear it. Yeah, you don't have it. You sound all right. One song we'll take, or a band. We'll give you an easy out here. One band, one song for the rest of your life, over and over in your ear. What would it be?
This is a tough one. I would probably, off the fly, I would go with AC/DC. Probably.
Okay.
Who Made Who, or
Ro has brought some original answers tonight. You picked some ones that people have never picked before. We'll call it. Let me pull the timestamp here to keep this on the check. Stop the Jeopardy music because the game is over. Jeremy has kept score. I'm giving you originality points tonight, buddy. You did some things right, Jay. You did it right. That is this and that. That breaks up the monotony a little bit.
My whole aim in life is to be original. I mean, really, you only have one round on this merry-go-round, so you might as well make it count. I mean, you got to make your mark somehow, and if you're going to make your mark in RC, you got to be original.
Yep.
No, you did it. You got hung up on some of the easy ones. You know, it wasn't really worth anything, but you put some thought into it. We get people all week long that go to order their carry-all backpack from us, and you wouldn't believe how many of them get hung up on the lousy sticker. I'm like, dude, like I'll send you. I will send you 3 or 4 additional ones. Okay, please. You are held up on the $2 sticker. Like literally, I will give you more of them. You can change them. Like,
Mike, you want to hear something funny? When I told my brother that I was going live with you tonight, he said, "Is that the carry-all bag?" And he went in his closet and he has your bag. He has it. He just
nice.
Loves it.
Oh, it's a small world.
So you're saying he's a closet carry-all guy.
In our hobby, it's even smaller.
That is fantastic. Yeah, a closet fan. He's skeletons in the closet. But yeah, we're gonna put together a radioactive one for you, so you can flex that YouTube channel of yours. We're gonna get an Ozark one. I want the people coming to the Ozark. This is something we've done for Beat the Creek, USTE, Recon G6, Axial Fest West, Badlands, Proline by the Fire, any large event. This is your milestone moment. This is your notch saying this is the box that you need to check. When you get a carry-all backpack made for your event, you know your event has hit it. Like, bingo, you made it, bro. We're going to get you an Ozark bag for all the people coming that want to flex that Ozark symbol on the back and flex the radioactive park. We're going to combine it together. I think something fun. It'll be good. I'm hoping we can get it done in time. My sticker guy, he went on vacay on me, but I have a plan B. We're trying to get something in the works here. I was hoping to surprise you with it tonight, but I don't have it ready.
When you send that out, I'll make sure that all my viewers know where it came from and where they can get one of their own.
Absolutely.
And, we've got a lot of people that watch the channel, and they're always clamoring for something to carry around their RC on the trails.
There you go. And we're inbound checking right now an Air Express shipment of our single shoulder sling bag, which does holster your controller and your micro. So it's the perfect little 24 scale, carrying attachment when you don't want to carry your backpack. Sling bag works, and it's perfect for 10 scale crawling. I mean, that's what people should be trotting around the Ozarks with, is a single shoulder sling bag, and they should be here any day now. We have an air express shipment coming by air and another shipment coming by sea, and with all the chaos happening on the docks right now, I am super glad we went with an air express shipment, because I don't know when this stuff was gonna come.
Good move.
Yes, that was, sometimes you get lucky. Every once in a while you get lucky. So
on a ranch that size,
yeah,
you might need a backpack. Carry 2 RCs with you.
Bingo.
That trek.
Seriously,
do you have one for a 1/5 scale?
Yeah. Don't even.
Radio flyer wagon.
That's called a dog leash. Like, you'll pull that. Yeah, I think when they did the SCX6, that was the talk. Was, hey, can you get this on the backpack? I'm like, it's not about getting on the backpack. Nobody wants to lug 30 pounds around all day long. All right. Yeah. Right. I'll get lawsuits, one after another, from people teetering over and back problems, chiropractor bills in the mail. Like, who knows what that? What kind
of that stuff. These are toys.
So we beat up the Ozarks pretty good. We got an understanding the first week of November. Oh, I did need to know, what are you? What is the fee? What are you charging people for all this RC excitement?
Okay, well, part of what we want to do is we really want to include everyone that's in this area. There's no big RC events in this area. There's King of Missouri, a little bit north of us, but really there's nothing really big like Beat the Creek down here. So we're trying to put our prices reasonable. We're charging $25 per driver and $20 to camp for the whole weekend. So basically, for under $100, you can get your shirt, you can get your driver, you can camp, and you can have a spectator with you for all under $100. 3 days of entertainment. I don't know anywhere where you can get that kind of value.
Pretty good. That's pretty reasonable.
It is. Bingo. You just got some brownie points with me, not raping people over the coals with overcharging for something.
That's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to grow the hobby.
You proved it.
That's our goal.
Yeah,
you proved it. No, good stuff. So obviously, before the Ozarks, if we step back here, I want to close out on the YouTube channel for a second. So Radioactive RC is what came first. Radioactive RC is what got you up and running. What is happening on that? Is that something you consistently hit once a week? Are you updating on a regular? Is it active? What do people find on the Radioactive RC YouTube channel?
Well, what you're going to find is stuff you've never seen before. Bottom line, it's builds, it's learning, final products, demonstration of the final products, any improvements. I don't always hit it out of the park the first go. I've got a forklift down here that's 3 feet long, and I've reworked it twice to make it the best that I can make it. And every time I do that, I do an update or something like that, or let my viewers know that something has changed if I somehow have a shortcoming or something like that. But really what we're doing is I haven't posted much in the last couple weeks because we're gearing up so hard for Rock the Ozarks this year that it's really hard to manage all of it.
No.
But as soon as we get this event over and behind us, I will be posting weekly like I do in the past. You can see there are there's lots of videos on there. We've been doing this since 2020. And it's really everything RC. I mean, when you want to talk about everything RC, I mean everything RC. I'm built the things that you're going to see in 2025 on Radioactive RC Ranch is you're going to see a flying crawler. You're going to see a crawler that will be able to crawl and lift off right wherever it wants. Gets caught on the rock, it's just going to fly off. There's lots of things that I have planned. I'm building a 1/5 scale crawler. You can see similar to I don't know if you guys can see the up here. That's a red cat clawback up there that they discontinued about 10 years ago. I'm going to build one bigger than that with dualies, a long flatbed, something that I can haul around at Beat the Creek or anything like that. I'm going to make a 7-8 foot trailer for it so I can haul my 1/5 scale stuff and my bigger stuff, not so much the 1/14 or the 1/10 scale over here. There's lots of stuff we got going on. It's so exciting. It's right on the cutting edge of what is possible with RC. I assure your viewers, you will not find another RC channel outside of Hot Rod Willis RC and Radioactive RC Ranch that's right on the cutting edge of what is possible in RC. You won't find anything with more smiles per hour, guys. This is the spot, and we're constantly trying to push innovation, whether it be scale realism, like what you guys are doing, and with your driver builds and the glasses and everything. I thought that was great. I love the hands, by the way. That's a great creative idea. But we're trying to do anything RC that keeps us right on the edge. I want to constantly keep my viewers on the edge of their seats, anxiously waiting what's going to come around the corner. And I'll usually do a preview, and they're like, "Oh, that can't be done. That's impossible." I love that. It's fuel for my soul. I just continue building, and then once they see it, they're like, "Well, I guess it's possible." And that's the kind of innovation that sparks imagination and creativity. When you see somebody that's able to do something that once somebody thought was impossible, all of a sudden you think, well, maybe I can do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we're really a motivating channel. We're really trying to, the whole aspect of it is to push the hobby and to grow the hobby. That's really where my heart is. It's really all about that, and we're really proud of what we've done over the last couple of years. The chassis that we put out, the tractors that we've made. I just cannot find an equal out there. And I'm a consumer of YouTube, just like I'm a creator. And I can't find anybody out there who's building anything like what I'm doing. And if I would collab with them. I would say, hey, let's build something cool together and put our minds together and make it happen. But the kind of stuff that you're going to see on the channel is just outrageous.
Yeah, the videos that I watched were yeah.
That's about all you can say, right? It's
Yeah.
just like, I
Wow.
cannot believe that.
Yeah. Good stuff.
That's why Joe Collins at Exo Caged RC did a whole video on us, and he's a very well-respected person in the community. And he did a whole video on just what I was doing, and it was on the fly. He was at Beat the Creek. He saw my 4-wheel steer Notorious dancing out in the square out there, and he's like, "Are you serious? You've got more of these things out here?" Yep, I brought them all. So we really had a good time making that film, and I encourage everybody to go check it out. It'll give you a really good overview of what's going on, and it'll give you another person's perspective that's well respected within the hobby. Don't take my word for it. Go see what Joe Collins at ExoCage had to say about the Radioactive RC Ranch channel.
Yep, for sure.
That's fantastic. I'm going to hijack this for 1 second. Raymond, he was looking for a photo of the bag. That's the best one I pulled up real quick on the fly, Raymond. There you go. And carryall_RC on Instagram. But that's the G-Speed Special Edition. Water bottle holder. Never mind, you're not getting me. I thought you were seeing my mouse, but you're not.
No.
But that is the G-Speed Special Edition bag. We have them in plenty of other options, color configurations, but that's a taste. There's your tease, Raymond.
Well, I can tell you that this bag is great quality because I've seen it with my own eyes. My brother having purchased one from you. This was like 6 months ago, way before you and I had ever talked. So totally coincidental, but I have actually seen the bag, touched it, felt it. It's a great bag, and it's a great quality.
Well, fantastic. Kind words. Thank you, sir. Well, I wish you all the luck on your YouTube channel. I'm sure we're going to be hearing all about the Ozarks. There's no question you were not shy when it comes to marketing and pushing what you are doing. So I have no fear. And this is no BS. Like this time last year, the Ozarks, I got a whiff of it. It was popping up. It was getting attention, and I was hearing all about it. I had tons of interest in knowing more. Is the titanium guy going to be there? Is TI chassis go?
TI Pro has a representative from Missouri that will be there.
Oh yeah, my buddy Richard Meager. Yeah, that's who. Okay. I had a chance to browse around and meet the dude from TI Pro, and
in fact, Richard got our last RV hookup.
oh, did he? Nice.
Nice.
So that is fantastic. I wish you all the luck.
TI Pro guys.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you got chance to meet at Proline by the Fire, right, Jeremy? The TI? Yeah, TI Pro. Sick ass chassis.
Justin is a great guy.
Yes.
Very supportive of what we're doing and
100%. Yeah. He's a soldier.
Great guy. Great guy.
Yep.
We spent a couple hours on the phone last week going into detail what he's doing, and he'll be coming on here. Not directly. He's going to put a representative forward, only because it's not for him. He didn't want to put his face out there, but we'll take the time to review what he's doing. Here we go. Bingo. Yeah, we're going to dive into these a little bit deeper and what he's doing. Quality stuff.
Mine's
very high quality, just outstanding work, unmatched. I mean, it is incredible what Justin's putting together out there.
Yeah,
we're very supportive of what he's doing, and as you can see, this is a very coveted prize at Rock the Ozarks.
I bet, 100%. That's not cheap. That's a high dollar prize right there. Yeah. And you learned his headaches, like what he's got to deal with. Jeremy will relate to this, like the speed at what this hobby moves at. Innovation changes, and every time you go to do something, it takes time, tooling, all the work that goes into manufacturing a part. Things are changing lightning fast. It is not easy doing what he does.
Yeah.
This, guys, this is the future of RC chassis material. Not just for backers, but for crawlers. You are looking at a material that can be shaped into anything. Frame rails, this is stronger than steel, but lighter than any carbon frame you have ever worked with. I mean, it's feather light, but I can't bend this, but with hydraulics.
And you sure you picked Bigfoot over UFO? Like, are you sure like something did not crash out there on your property?
He's a Bigfoot guy. Let it go, Mike.
No.
I've got this one's in the back right here. Guys, don't you know Bigfoot roams around Arkansas? Look at this.
Yeah.
Don't you know UFOs are flying overhead?
I've got Bigfoot everywhere. Here, I got another one.
Did you print that? That's a great Yeti. That's a great Yeti.
Look at that.
Did you watch the movie Sasquatch Sunset yet? Did you watch the movie Bro, literally 4 minutes into that movie, and I thought I was watching Sasquatch porn. Like, I gotta hand it. That was probably one of the better Sasquatch movies I've seen.
You know what takes the cake though, and you guys will remember this, was Boggy Creek. The Legend of Boggy Creek. That is actually from Arkansas. No
kidding.
We've got sightings all over the area. In fact, on my crawl garden stands an 8-foot Bigfoot. Does it not, Stephen?
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Now, I've been to Little Rock on many of occasions for military stuff, and everybody says it's just Bob down the street that really needs a bath. but I'm wholeheartedly like, I don't think it's Bob. And,
Well,
and
up
in
in
Little
this
Rock,
area
they
of
have
the
the
state,
flying saucer, but it's about fish. So I don't understand that at all.
Do you guys know Don from Dino RC?
Donald is.
Where's the stuff?
Where's this stuff here?
He's got some.
I'm
dynamite.
just saying, Jeremy, like if we got Don together and these guys, like there is some,
There's
You mean this
Uh,
guy right here?
yeah, that guy.
And all of his cool stuff
Yeah.
that we're gonna have at Rock the Ozarks. Yes.
Nice. All right, all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys are putting out that vibe. You got that same energy, and you keep people on your toes. You make it exciting. You want to follow what you guys are doing. If nothing else, get to the Ozarks.
Hey, are you still looking for sponsors?
We're under 4 weeks, but they're welcome. I welcome all sponsors and vendors. I mean, right now, we're this close to getting Mike Kirby from K&K. He's out there in Ohio. He's actually at Rocktober right now, and I think it's going to come down to a football game. I think for his son, but
it's that time of year. Yeah,
that time of year. So if it works his way, Mike Kirby will be here as well as one of the big vendors, and so we're welcoming everybody. We have room, guys. This ranch is huge.
Clearly, if you're inviting Mike Kirby, you are inviting everyone.
Absolutely. And I mean, you got a great view. These vendor spots are overlooking this spring-fed pond and the crawl garden. Everything is at ground zero. Jeremy, do you remember how everything is so spread out at Beat the Creek? Yeah. You've got, the barn is way over here. The trails are way over here. The vendors are going to be right in front of the crawl garden and the basher ramps and everything, the mines. They'll be able to watch it. And some of the cool things to know for your viewers that might be vendors is Thursday night, we're having everybody come out here just like they would at Beat the Creek, except we're throwing a dinner for them. We're doing a big barbecue because we're beef farmers, right? Yeah. So we're going to do that. We're going to have a Halloween crawl for them for just the vendors. So the vendors get to play too. We don't want them to just be working. I mean, Jeremy, that it's a lot of work doing these events, a lot of talking, and sometimes you just want to get away and have a nice crawl. And so 1 hour a day, we're going to shut down the vendor area so everyone can go play while security watches the vendor booths so they can enjoy and get some content of their own. Because, I mean, we're really trying to think of the hobby here and think of outside the box. And we've talked with the vendors. We know what they want. They want some time during the day where they can relax and go just wander around and see everything that there is to see. We've got side-by-sides here for anybody who is handicapped or doesn't is in a situation where they can't provide transportation for themselves around the ranch. We really try to do everything, as well as the benches in the crawl garden. So even if you're in a bad health state or something like that, you could still go and sit down in a comfortable seat and either watch all the action happen or be a part of the action yourself.
Very cool. Very cool. Hey, I'll get with you. I have a potential sponsor. I just got to talk to you and see what your requirements are. But
we mirror a lot of Beat the Creek as far as what is what's.
Don't complicate it. Yeah, don't complicate it with tiers and buy-ins and all that crap.
Yeah, we don't do that. It's even simpler than that, Mike. We really want them here, and we want them here for the hobbyists and the attendees, and it's more important for them to be here than it is to generate revenue from that. Like I said,
that's smart.
I mean, obviously money makes the everything go, and we can build up and repair and maintain what we have, but really this is about growing the hobby and getting the word out and having a fun place where we can all have camaraderie, get together, have a safe environment where it's family friendly. You've got everything from security to a food truck, transportation. We'll even have 18 wheelers here. This place is easy to get into. There are 2 ways in, 2 ways out. It's not complicated. It's just a great spot.
Well, you're putting it on the radar, bud. Like, you're doing it right. You got my attention. I'm hoping that we can put this on the to-do list for next year for sure.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
We 100%. Well, we'll get product out to you guys. We'll definitely share and support what you guys are doing. We will be the wind in your sail and help any way we can to help encourage more and more people to come. Listen, Radioactive people are logging in here telling us they're subscribing to your YouTube channel. Jeremy put the link up to the Facebook. This is how we break the algorithm.
Don't
Grow
forget,
Together.
Hot Rod Willis RC.
Absolutely.
Absolutely scale stuff. Good stuff.
And
Yeah, there you go. Spin around.
Hot Rod Willie. Listen, we can do this again. We'll flip your guys around the seat. We're going to put Jay in behind you. We're going to flip you all around. We'd love to spend some time with you on a Saturday night. Definitely. 100%. Please come back anytime. Oh, listen, it's a Saturday night talking RC. We would love to do it again. And absolutely, we can recap when the event is over. Early November, we'll let you come on here and share all of your Bigfoot sighting photos that you find, and maybe share some RC photos and whatnot. But listen, I can't thank you all enough. It was a lot of fun, very educational, and I send you on your way with all the kudos, man.
Thank you.
You keep innovating, keep pushing what you're doing. That's it for me. Jeremy, you take them out of here. You give them the words of wisdom. They're at your level.
Yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Have a great event. I know you will. Just like your intent is to make RC fun. So just make RC fun for a bunch of people. And I think you have all the tools to do it. So good luck. Good job. And we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Thank you, Jeremy. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
We look forward to it.
Awesome. All right, guys. Good luck. We'll see you back here again in the very near future.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate it.
Take care.
Jeremy. I'll switch us around. There we go. Had you all out of sorts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
I told you. Meeting him in person is fantastic energy.
Hang on. That needed a transition. That was something else. That needed a full-blown transition. Whew.
I mean, wow. Yep. It's going to be an amazing. That's pretty cool.
I love when you got control of your own property, you have the opportunity to do what they're doing. Listen.
Sounds like it's thought through and it's planned. So.
And listen, we busted some balls a little bit and pushed them a little harder. Does your rake look like this? Like, come on, that was uncalled for. They're doing it. They're trying and they're doing it on their own. And the best way for them to learn is try it on their own, fall down, make a couple mistakes, and learn from it.
He's doing his homework. So I've seen him at all the events that I've been at.
Yes.
He's been to more than I didn't go to the Gauntlet. I went to Proline. But he's doing his research. He's doing his homework. He's pulling in the ideas from a multiple of events.
Venue. Yep.
He's pulling in all the great things that people love of those events. It'll come down to, do you have time to do it all? It's kind of like a Trevor ledge stock type thing. Like
Oh,
there's
yeah,
so much to do. Will you actually be able to do it all?
bro.
Or
He's
you're just going to have to go multiple years and pick your poison on what you want to do.
he's giving ledge stock a run for its money. He's making ledge
I mean,
stock.
it's kind of the southern version of RC playgrounds, and Ledgestock, they have their own property. They,
Yep.
you know, it's a property that's not rented.
Right.
It's that level of what he's doing, and you got to watch some of those videos because the terrain is quite excellent. I mean, it looks like high potential RC fun. Yeah.
Good stuff. All right, Jeremy. I'll let you slide out of here with any scale mail or what did you? I think you have a Reefs update for us here. What?
Yeah. So if you're on the insiders group with Reefs, you would have got an email today potentially, and if you're a certain membership level, you'll have knowledge of what I'm about to say. But it's not necessarily tiny truck stuff, but it's tiny truck cool. A new servo, a sub micro servo, a sub 49 smart. So if you know anything about the Reefs platform, you know smart servos, right? So smart servos are programmable, which means that they can become a winch. So a winch in 18th
Oh,
is
zoom in on this. All right.
So I don't think you're prepared for this. I don't think you're prepared.
Is this what I saw on?
Is what you saw on what?
Oh, Timu's been knocking out these little scale winches that. No. Okay.
This is not. This is a Reefs RC servo.
Well, I know, but I'm saying, is it in a scale casing, like a worn winch case on the bumper? Okay. Is it budget friendly? Is it budget friendly?
Budget reasonable, yes. So high quality, silent, running servo, probably about $60. So if you follow Kyosho Mini Z racing and the Kyosho Mini Z platforms, you'll be familiar with that size of servo, right? So in those racing platforms, not a stock Mini Z, but the racing platform chassis, they have these sub micro servos that are pretty badass, but they're tiny, right? Think Mini Z, they're very tiny. So I adapted this to my Ascent 18 as a winch.
Now, does that come with that mount and all? Like,
it does not come with the mount I made, but there will be a mount coming. So I've had this since May, doing some stuff with it, but it does come with a spool. So it does come with a drum. And it plugs in, it has the connector for the little cars. You know what I'm talking about? The little JSTs.
Yeah.
So it's ready for that, for the Kyosho platforms and those speed control sizes.
Is there 2 wires coming out, you're saying? Is there the
No,
JST option? 3.
3 wires, JST option, and a JST and an adapter for our, what I would consider 10 scale receivers. Normal.
Okay.
But it does have that plug where it can go into like an FMS receiver. So pretty cool stuff. That's all I'm going to say about that. And you didn't hear it here. I did not leak it whatsoever. The email came out today. So there's your little sneak peek.
So that's not officially on the website yet, is what you're saying. That is
on the website. So there's advantages back to that gold membership, right?
Yes. Yep.
Stuff. But once it's out there, it's out there.
But they're getting like a 10% discount or something, right? On top of
10% discount for the gold member. You get the early access. You
first dibs.
Anybody else. But that little micro that sub-micro servo is going to be a bit of a cool thing. It's sub-micro. So you're ultra lightweight airplanes, boats, ultra scale stuff. If you want to make the windows go up and down in your RC truck, this might be a servo solution for that. When you're looking at these animated interiors,
Bingo. Yep. Bingo.
Super small platform. If you're racing Kyosho Mini Z's, it would be.
So is the case smaller than?
Yeah.
Is it okay?
Yeah, let me. Dig out a micro servo out of my drawer of servos. So this is a micro 99?
99.
Micro 99.
Yep. Holy smokes.
So there's your size comparison. Let me get it there. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, for you scale guys that are looking for stashing servos in a dashboard somewhere or inside a body.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, sub-micro is what the Knights interiors use as well. But like this is considered sub-micro, right?
Yep.
It's got single holes.
Yep.
So it's the same size footprint for mounting, but it's half the thickness of that servo.
Impressive.
So,
Wow.
Yeah.
Very freaking cool.
Very cool. Very cool. So,
I thought my shades were gonna break the internet, but that was nothing.
I always got something fun.
That was nothing.
But
Nothing.
running it on this, I ran this at Beat the Creek, and I was pulling the entire truck up with this winch servo on that scale rock course, the 18 scale course that was out there.
Yep.
You remember?
Yep.
Yeah, I was doing vertical pulls on it, shooting video and stuff. So it's been around for a minute, but it just hadn't been released. So tis the season for indoor racing. So I think that's why it's being released. So.
Good stuff.
Yep.
All right, buddy. It's been a long day. We were out at Kutztown University cheering on the Golden Bears all day. For the family fun. Oh, the Golden Bears, they smoked them out. They won like 42-10 or something. It was a blowout. But it was a great day to just go check on the daughter, do a room inspection. Remember when the drill sergeant used to come in and kick over the footbox and check it, flip the bed? Yeah. The wife and I needed to do this. Went in with my drill sergeant cap on, and we did a sock and drawer inspection. Had to root through the girl's drawers. She's been up there for a month on her own. Mm-hmm. What kind of mischief? Are we stashing drugs, or what are we doing wrong?
Is there a drop ceiling?
That was always the one. When I was top bug, that secret did not last long. That drop ceiling.
You've been in the Army more than 6 months. You know about drop ceilings and hiding spots.
And what's funny is you do it like you think you're a genius, and they know. They know.
First place I go is room inspection.
You give them privates a little bit of room to hang themselves and think, oh yeah, no, that's where I'm going first, dude.
Everybody in the comments is like, yep.
So we went and tore the room up and checked on her, took her out to lunch. We wined her and dined her first before we did the stealth mode. All right, let's make sure you're being good and putting our money to good use.
Very cool.
So anyway, good stuff. It's going to I can't thank you enough, Jeremy. It was fun, always entertaining. Thank you to the Ozarks. Thank you to everyone joining in. If you're watching during the week, you can like and comment during the week. You don't have to be here live to like and comment. Jeremy checks back in. And again, if you know somebody that wants to be here, reach out to us. Let us know. The hot seat's always open. We're always looking to chat with somebody new, learn something, and tune in to learn what we don't know. That's half the battle. And tune in to see what other people are doing out there. We got to learn a lot tonight about what's happening in outside of Little Rock, Arkansas, a little spot called the Ozarks. So kudos to them guys.
Oh, he asked, JD's asked, this is the second time he actually asked, when are the V3 backpacks on the website?
And if he has a specific one that he's looking for, and that might be the loaded question. They're never actually there. They are made to order. So that's the loaded question. If you're logging back in to check for quantity available, it's always going to read negative or zero because they are made to order. The good news is we got ahead of the holiday rush. They're only taking us about a week or two right now. This is the time to do it. The best thing to do is shoot me a DM. We can hold your hand, get you across the finish line with some great customer service, and get you set up with a bag that speaks to you. Pick out one, a vinyl wrap, dial it in with the colors.
Very boutique. So
yeah.
You're getting what you need in your bag the way you want it with the hands of Mike. So
yep. Made your way. That we stole that from that McDonald's sandwich. Made the
your way. Wait,
yep.
No, not it.
Where's that Burger King thing? Who's making it your way? I don't know. One of them.
Yeah, I think that was Burger King. Yeah.
All right.
No,
well,
I still have the tomato off, even if I don't order the tomato.
And I still feel weird over here. I'm moving you back.
Yeah, you're gonna be over there.
I'm moving you back.
With this, so otherwise, I'm looking off to the side.
Shoot us a DM. Find us anywhere on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
Harold.
You can find us.
Harold's comment: when's at Ease RC get their own bag?
That is a good point. We've been putting Jeremy. We had Jeremy in a Operation 11 Charlie bag. We put you in it.
Logo. I don't.
We put you in an FMS bag for a year. Then we put you in a boom racing bag. We've put you through the ringer. We did the USA tattered flag. I'm thinking we might have to come back to it. I think with the YouTube channel being official.
Yeah.
I mean, the Rad RC show has its own act, so we can definitely do a at Ease RC.
And he needs a custom logo X. Harold, would you buy one?
Yeah, Harold. Look at Harold stirring the pot over there. Settle down, settle down over there, Harold. You're causing.
If he says that he would consider buying one, like maybe
it might be worth it.
Maybe
you're making Dreamer's head hurt right now. The last thing he wants to see is another vinyl wrap in the box to sewer through.
I mean, mine's cool.
It is. No, in that green and that beige, like it's already like it could come out like a pretty sick ass.
So you know what? I'll pay for Harold's.
Oh, there we go. Man, look what he's doing. He's stirring up the pot.
He says he has.
I have a new bag, so we can get them done up, and we can swap out the vinyl for them. We can make the kinetic cord match that tan color. No piece of cake. Yeah, that off.
I'm tan, so
yeah, we have that tan khaki color. I keep calling it khaki.
As soon as Mike and Dreamer make it, they're gonna send.
We'll make it happen. Yeah, we'll make it happen. We gotta. Maybe we'll get Paul. P-Dub out of the I think I know that's what would make it easy. I mean, he's been working on the banners for me all week long, but I think it might be time to send him a sketch plate and let him run wild on a X plate and see how that goes. All right, well guys, on Harold's last word of him stirring the pot, we'll call it. It's 10 o'clock. My wife's probably already pissed. We went an hour. I always tell her, I'm like, an hour. Calm down, babe. I'll only be an hour. She just knows. Yeah, sure. An hour. But I gotta go pick my son up. He's at the homecoming dance, and we're gonna go pick him up now and sit down and relax for a little bit. It's been a long day. All right, people. All that good stuff. We thank you for tuning in and all that good stuff. You got the drop here, the unofficial drop from Jeremy. He didn't share anything too bad. We won't get him in any trouble.
I have an email.
We thank him. Yeah. Thanks for the heads up. People, do not fall asleep.
First.
Do not sleep on reefs. That's all I've got to tell you. Man, you think... Do not sleep on this company. Big things are coming. He's nonstop. Much respect. All right, I'm going to fade us out of here with the slight new crappy exit. Here we go. This is the end.